to the. This is how we doing tonight. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
No.
I'm directing. Ponlo. Ah, baby. No es así. La gente quiere ver God Bless America, mami. Yeah, buddy. Wish you were here. I wish you were here. Stop it. Oye, ahora es mío.
I'm doing it with my teeth.
I don't got teeth. I mean, I don't got teeth. I got a knife in my bag. Yep. Hey, look at all the people that look at. They're going to the hotel. ¿Viste para dónde van, baby? They're going to the Hilton. Como bajan por ahí, ese es el Hilton. I think they got a deal with it. Oh, look at that shit. It's nice. Why did our shit ain't like that? What does a firework go?
This shit is.
Ah.
Where is it at?
Right next to you. Damn, I teased this. Será una maldita. A feasting. That's what they said. No, me está mirando, baby. Here you go. Happy 4th of July. There we go. Bang Bang Boogie, who's coming out tonight? 216. I'm gonna peek. I'm gonna do this down. Want smoke?
Once again.
Go smoke. We go to watch the fireworks outside. Oh look, baby, there's fireworks right there on the thing.
I've been here.
You better watch it. Oh,
It's
I'm getting s'mores.
Starlight.
Starlight.
Alright, I'm gonna take 3 shots and then
Oh. No? Yeah, we could dance and jump on this bitch. Yeah, ya se puede matar mucho fácil. Did you put any more fireworks? This motherfucker's doing fast.
fireworks continues in just a moment, right here on NBC.
Buying this boat was a total no-brainer.
Okay, I get it. You say no-brainer and the guy with no brain shows up?
I'm sorry, we met our new boat.
For a new boat? You don't call me. You call State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is...
There.
I was gonna say that.
He's right. Your State Farm agent can help you choose the right coverage for your new boat and RV. It's kind of a no-brainer. Easy decision.
All right.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The new How to Train Your Dragon menu is now at BK. Get it before it disappears. Oh, toothless. Bold, tasty, and dangerously delicious. How to Train Your Dragon. Only in theaters.
Prime Day is coming July 8th through 11th with great deals on whatever beginning in 2 minutes.
When your grand dog's in town, you bend your own rules. The reason? You've got the freshness of Febreze fabric spray. It fights odors, locking them away, and smells amazing, so everyone feels right at home.
Depend keeps you drier than ever, so you can say yes to more than ever. Yes! 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 No. Depend. The only thing stronger than us is you.
Prices are up, but not at Metro. We've lowered prices. One line of unlimited 5G, now $40, period. And a free 5G phone. Only at Metro.
Pop-Tart, crazy!
They say to only bring what you can carry. So, bring 3 dirt bikes, a few tents, an entire crew ready to make memories. A panoramic 24-inch display, the confidence to push the limits. Yeah, bring what you can carry. And return with so much more. The all-new 2025 Ford Expedition Tremor.
These cowboys get the job done.
You think you're the boss?
But getting tied down, they'll have to saddle up.
Out of here!
Holy kind of rodeo. The McNee Dynasty, all new Mondays at 9 on Bravo. We need samples from living dinosaurs.
You want to eat samples while they're alive?
Jurassic World, rated PG-13.
I'm seeing New Yorker tonight. Catastrophic flooding in Texas. The latest has at least 20 girls missing from a summer camp. Plus, fallen officer Jamison Ritter's family honors him 1 year after his death. What's next is straight ahead.
AGT, Tuesday.
Tonight has truly been a highlight of the year. I hope you all have had as much fun as I have. Thank you to all of our performers, Dylan Trier, and of course our friends at Macy's for that astonishing fireworks show. Special thank you to all of our men and women in the armed forces. We salute you and we thank you for your service. I'm Ariana DeBose, encouraging you all to choose joy and see the beauty around you every day. Good night!
Fallon welcomes Scarlett Johansson and
I'm seeing New Yorker tonight. Dangerous flooding in Central Texas. The latest on the search for missing campers. Plus, how women behind bars find purpose through making flags. What's next is 60 seconds away.
Wait, where's the sound coming from? Inside. Inside? Yeah, the Summit for Value City has immersive sound, so you can feel what you're watching. So instead of watching the movie, I could be in the movie? It's a sofa, not the multiverse.
We're both dealing with a lot of guilt right now.
We did something bad.
For the kids.
Right. You see that brand new Hyundai Santa Fe? Guess how much we paid for that? $dollars.
Looks like we're out of time. Breathing exercises. Close your eyes. Inhale. Exhale.
Enjoy the new car.
Okay, thanks.
Feels so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on all Hyundai Santa Fe models today.
Ohio Basement Systems is your local basement waterproofing and foundation expert.
At the Cleveland Furniture Company, we're celebrating all month long. Bedrooms, mattresses, sectionals, living rooms, everything's at liquidation markdowns. Only at the Cleveland Furniture Company.
Live from WKYC Studios, this is What's Next with Russ Mitchell and Sia New Yorker.
Breaking tonight, within the past 5 minutes, the death toll is up to at least 24 in Central Texas after catastrophic flooding inundated the area. Good evening and thanks so much for joining us. I'm Sia New Yorker. Russ Mitchell is off. Heavy rainfall caused the Guadalupe River to start rising early this morning while most residents were sleeping. There were also 20 girls unaccounted for at Camp Mystic in Kerr County. NBC's Ryan Chandler is on the ground tonight in Kerrville, Texas.
In Central Texas tonight, a catastrophic flood emergency. At least 13 people are dead, according to authorities, including children. And at least 20 kids are missing from a summer camp after a sudden surge along the Guadalupe River, north of San Antonio.
There's going to be a mass casualty event.
Authorities saying 14 helicopters are in the air. One rescuer dangling from a chopper, appearing to help someone up in a tree as flooding rages below. Cars lifting off the ground, swept away by the powerful waters. These steps leading to a house that's no longer there.
This is our house right now.
Another pushed down the road.
The water started to rise very rapidly.
Along the river, a series of summer camps. The La Junta camp for boys posting that everyone is safe. But some girls at Camp Mystic, trapped.
Now there are 20-some that aren't accounted for. We're praying for all of those missing to be found alive.
The county judge pressed on why the camps weren't evacuated.
These camps were in harm's way. We knew this flood was coming.
We didn't know this flood was coming. Rest assured, no one knew this kind of flood was coming.
The tight-knit Texas towns across Kerr County are popular recreation areas. Len Clendenin and Rory Higgins were camping, asleep in their cabin when the water started rushing in.
Everything happened so terribly fast. There was mobile homes, travel trailers, cabins, vehicles, people in the water. It was devastating.
They took this video showing a building from the campground washing away. Their beloved border collie Ripper is still missing. Flood threats were in place overnight. Because drenching rain flooded the riverhead, massive amounts of water got pushed downstream. At one point today, National Weather Service data showing the water rising nearly 30 feet in 1 hour. Today's storm means one area park that normally looks like this is instead underwater. It's set to host 4th of July fireworks tonight. What was supposed to be a holiday celebration is now a nightmare.
That was NBC's Ryan Chandler. Our chief meteorologist, Betsy Kling, is here to explain how that flooding began to rise so quickly. Betsy.
We've seen it here in Northeast Ohio. You get incredible amounts of rain in one area for a long period of time, and you will have flooding. The last 24 hours, this is what the radar looked like. They had nearly stationary storms across western or central Texas, just to the west of Austin and San Antonio. When you put some of the accumulations on here, just west of Austin, there's San Antonio. We've got got anywhere from 19 inches down to upwards of a foot of rain that just depended upon where you were. So Mason and areas west of Austin specifically had 20 inches of rain, that most of it fell this morning. But areas down here, there's Kerrville. Now that's a city that you may have been hearing about. They received almost a foot of rain just west of Kerrville, and that is where that Guadalupe River is. So Hunt is a city just west of Kerrville. There's two rivers that come together. The Guadalupe meets up with another river. And at Hunt, look at the river gauge. It went up to 30 feet. It was rising 5 to 6 feet in 15 minutes, and that happened several times. And so they had this incredible river rise, and this broke the gauge. The flood gauge is gone. So they have been kind of keeping an eye on how that flooding has been going downstream. Now, if we get a little closer in, this is called Texas Hill Country for a reason. Just south of that Hunt area, this is where Camp Mystic is. This is the Guadalupe River that comes in, and you can even see like tennis courts and pickleball courts and whatnot that's part of this camp. What you don't necessarily see on a flat map, and we reorient things, you can see how hilly this is. And that camp was right down in a valley. So we have all that rain that falls in a valley, and that water is going to move. And unfortunately, it moved very quickly. So we move from Texas flooding to the tropical storm now that is potentially brewing off the Carolinas. There are tropical storm watches that are posted now for the South Carolina coast. This is Tropical Depression 3. This storm system is expected to move inland, and it's going to bring a soaking to the Carolinas over the next couple of days. Meanwhile, here in Northeast Ohio, we have an air quality advisory. Tonight's fireworks, tomorrow's heat, all combining to give us some air quality issues tomorrow. It does look like it could be unhealthy for some groups. And by the way, the temperatures, they're starting to climb. We're going to be in the 90s through the weekend. I'll give you the breakdown of our local forecast coming up.
Always on it. Thanks so much, Betsy. New tonight, a Canton man is now charged with the murder and the disappearance of 26-year-old Ryan Godby. 33-year-old Daniel Matei was arrested yesterday. Police say new evidence makes it clear that Godby was killed and that Matei is responsible. Matei is also facing charges for felonious assault, strangulation, and domestic violence. Godby was last seen June 19th leaving Darlin's Crew Bar on Cherry Avenue. Godby was reported missing by family members 3 days later. Canton police are still investigating this case. If you have any information about Ryan's disappearance, they ask that you please call the Police Detective Bureau at 330-489-3144. A precautionary boil advisory is now in effect for nearly 1,000 homes in Akron. That's including the Highland Square area. This comes after multiple water main breaks this morning. We're told crews are working on repairs. City officials say you should boil your water for at least 3 minutes before using it to cook or drink. The advisory will stay in effect until further notice. Today marks 1 year since Cleveland police officer Jamison Ritter was killed in the line of duty. He was just 27 years old. Earlier this summer, our Lindsay Buckingham visited his parents' home in Webster, New York, to spend time with a family that's still coping with the heartbreaking loss.
It's summertime in Webster, New York. The gentle calm of Lake Ontario. Flowers in full bloom. And the trees towering witnesses to a lodge bearing a hero's name.
We can never fully repay Jamison's sacrifice, but we can honor him by ensuring future generations know the story behind Jamison and his extraordinary life of service and his life of sacrifice.
His story began just a few miles away at his parents' home,
Están
now
tocando.
filled with sounds of those he left behind.
Tocando ahí, ahí.
We last visited 6 months ago when the trees were bare. Seasons change.
He's a good boy. Good boy.
Routines stay the same.
Yes, we do this twice a day, sometimes 2 times.
So does the pain.
Going to sleep is difficult. I wake up all night. I start my morning off thinking of on my night thinking of it doesn't go away. Hearing my son and he was murdered.
On July 4th, 2024.
Does it even feel like it's been a year?
To me, it does not. I mean, it seems like it was yesterday. I expect a phone call. I expect to see him. I have a lot of expectations that, well, obviously will never happen. Again,
Time stands still.
The pain and the suffering just does not go away at all. He was a child, unnecessarily, and that stays with you day in and day out, 24/7.
I don't think there's been a day that's gone by that I haven't thought of him.
That's why they keep on moving.
When I learned of the Blues tour and found out that people from Cleveland would be riding for my son, I was going to ride for him too.
300 miles looking for signs.
I made the last 2 days, and I spent a lot of time talking to Jameson on those 2 days.
And always showing up for him, in Cleveland especially, to accept his well-earned awards and attend charity games that celebrated his life.
And this lodge will now carry the name and memory of someone who gave everything to serve and to protect us.
That same spirit drew hundreds to the lodge this past May. Police officers, neighbors, strangers.
What we're doing now is we are just picking off where our son Jameson left off.
To remember the man, not just the match.
His love for life and his desire to genuinely nurture and take care of people. He did that without even thinking twice.
A young officer whose heart belonged to his family.
He would call me when he got home from work. You know, he would have lengthy conversations as he was taking care of his dogs. And when he got home from work, he just getting ready to go to bed so he could go back to work.
He was just gentle and caring and supportive. I mean, he happened to be my go-to.
The son they refused to let the world forget. A foundation now, a scholarship, a mission.
He became a police officer to make a difference. And he had a heart and an innate desire to serve and protect.
A devotion that continues right here, in his childhood home. Come on.
Good boy.
And in his town, sprinkled with memories of him. When healing seems impossible, Jameson's love is what remains.
What I want is for people to never forget him, ever. No matter how many days, weeks, months, or years go by. Take a piece of Jameson with you wherever you go.
Lindsay Buckingham, 3 News.
Memorial Lodge at Webster Park now serves as a permanent boarding place. Also, there's legacy is on through his family's continued work to honor first responders and support law enforcement. Still, a cop would take you inside one of Ohio prisons where incarcerated women cross the American flag by hand, finding hope in symbols of freedom. We're back in less than 2 minutes.
What's Next is sponsored by PCC Airfoils, keeping the engines of change moving forward.
The big 000 is here at 10 Gately Kia. Buy with 0% financing for 60 months. 0 down or 0 payments till October. Payments from $119 lease per month. Over 1,500 new Kias to choose. When it comes to credit, we have more ways to say yes. We'll work with you to get our best rates at 10 Gately Kia in Medina, Metzer, Alliance, and Boardman. I want to see ya at a 10 Gately Kia.
These are real people seeking solutions to real problems.
I have plantar fasciitis, pain with my feet, my knees, hips, and back.
And then we're fit with good feet supports.
I definitely feel the heel-to-toe walk. I'm not feeling any pain, especially in my heel. That's what I always feel, is I don't feel the knee pain. I've never noticed any pain in my back. I feel like I could walk all day and things, oh, you're a blessing in disguise.
Shop for yourself with a free support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Celebrate America in style at Wayside Furniture. Save on many of our Made in America brands. Several made right here in Ohio, like Maven Custom Solid Wood, Ceiling, or Walk and Way Dove. Enjoy factory authorized discounts, savings up to 7.76% off, plus an extra 17.76% off hundreds of already reduced items store-wide. Ask about 44-month special financing and $44 local delivery. Hurry, savings end July 8th. Wayside Furniture, keeping it local since 1937.
The holiday weekend is here, and folks are ready to celebrate the 4th. What's the day that marks our country's independence? And now we're getting an inside look at a unique program where incarcerated women find purpose and hope in crafting the symbols of our freedom. Our station, The Kin, has the story.
Broad stripes, bright stars, the red, white, and blue, sewn together by hand here at the Ohio Reformatory for Women.
We make American, POW, and Ohio flags.
Piece by piece, they craft Old Glory.
I saw the stars on the U.S. and the Ohio flags.
Flags we fly proudly.
So we start here.
37 women work as part of the flag program, earning their own money and learning a skill they can apply to future employment.
These flags that I'm making, I can take that out and actually make a career out of it, like even my own business.
All while learning about themselves.
I didn't know that I like to work hard, and now I do. I like to work. I know that about me. I like to work hard.
The program has been in operation since 1926, with the flags made here flying at the State House and state facilities across Ohio.
We don't get to see them flying right now, but I watch the news and I see one of our flags and I'm just like, we made that.
Each flag unique.
Because they're handmade, they're never going to be the exact same flag.
The women taking tremendous pride in their work.
I put a lot of love into it. I do.
It means a lot.
You know, it makes me feel like I'm part of the country and I can still do my part even from inside these walls.
Every day focused on crafting this symbol of liberty and freedom.
And I used to take that freedom for granted, and I will never again. After that, I will never take it for granted again.
It takes on a different meaning here.
I'm free to turn my life around, you know, and I can leave here and I have this bright future ahead of me, and it doesn't really matter what I've done in the past.
Hopeful for what it means to live in the land of the free.
My Independence Day and Independence Day and freedom is coming right around the corner.
Station again, 3 News.
Now you can go online and purchase one of their flags, and the money you spend goes right back into the program. You can find a link to get yours on our website or our app at WKYC.com. Many communities across Northeast Ohio held celebrations, festivals, parades, and fireworks. These are the fireworks from Light Up the Lake at Hornevich Park. Gorgeous there. It was a nice night, clear, bright sky. Warm. Yeah, and warm, yeah.
Not a whole lot of wind.
Yeah.
So it was a little buggy, a little close feeling. Yeah, as we were downtown. But I tell you what, things are going to be heating up over the weekend. That brings a whole nother little bit of problems to us. We're going to combine that fireworks smoke with the heat tomorrow, and boy, it's going to be a little interesting. 90s coming our way this weekend. The heat index going to be pushing to near 100. As the humidity, you can probably feel it. It's going to be sticking around. We do have an air quality alert for tomorrow, so it's this combination of the heat, of the lack of wind, and yeah, even the fireworks smoke from tonight plays a role in air quality tomorrow, because we really don't have a whole lot of wind to keep things mixed up. Winds are really light at this hour, but the dew points, this is where it gets thick, friends. There's a reason the curly air is out. It is because this humidity that is just going to be staying with us not only tonight, but through the weekend. So the air quality tomorrow expected to be unhealthy for some. There is an air quality advisory out. So if you do have any pulmonary issues, go ahead and just take a bit of a break tomorrow. National Designer hour-by-hour forecast kind of points to why that heat is on. We will be in the low 90s across northern Ohio. We can't rule out an isolated pop-up rain or storm chance, and especially during the heat of the day, most likely after 3 p.m., and they'll just be kind of scattered around the area. I can't pin down an exact location. I can't pin down an exact time. This is just one of those things that the heat is going to react in certain places where it doesn't in others, and we're going to have these pop-up showers. Temperatures for all of us will be toasty. Upper 80s to near 90 east with low and mid 90s west. You can see on average we'll be about that 91, 92 degree mark. Tomorrow evening is Guardian game. It looks really good. Temperatures are going to be in the 80s once again. We will have a few clouds around. It's going to feel a little thick. And yet again, the winds are expected to be light. So hopefully we come home with a W tomorrow night. We have a Lake Erie nearshore forecast for you now, which is pretty darn nice. You should have seen the boats out on the lake
for the fireworks. So by 8:30, I was watching the lake, and you could see all the boats coming into Cleveland. Fireworks went off, and then all of a sudden, all the boats started to move out of Cleveland. So it's kind of nice to be out, not having to worry about big chop. Waves tomorrow expected to be a 1 foot or less, so basically a flat lake, great for tubing and water skiing. And then Sunday we'll have a bit more of a southwesterly wind, and that's going to help to turn some more waves up. The rest of the weekend looks great, okay? So we have temperatures in the 90s. That's obviously a thing, but we've had worse. And then storms are going to start to come into the forecast picture on Monday. We'll do that again later next week on Friday. And this is Tropical Depression 3. And the reason I'm showing you Tropical Depression 3 is because it's going to end up being steered by a cold front that's coming our way and the rain chances that we will have by Sunday night. So as that tropical depression begins to move onshore, here comes this frontal boundary, and we will have some scattered showers and storms that pop up west of us Saturday night. We'll see those showers and storms fading only to reemerge again and regenerate on Sunday. So that we stop the clock Sunday, 7 p.m. Isolated shower and thunderstorm chances west of us. There's the remnants of that tropical storm.